Hello, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Jimmy Sparopoulos. I am a customer success coach with Bright MLS. Today, I want to talk to you all about the market performance report in Bright MLS. You can access this report by going to the market tab and going to the market performance report. So, reason I like this, this is a great report if you're working with a seller and want to show them what kind of competition they're going to be experiencing when listing their property. So you will come into the market performance report and you have the ability of entering a specific property and entering a radius. You can search by area, school district, or zip code. So for this example, I'm going to use a specific address. Type this in, so bear with me. Okay, so I've got my address in. I'm going to put in a radius. So let's do maybe a 4 mile radius. Okay. Now up top here, you have the ability of adding a price range. So if I know I'm going to list this house at maybe say $700,000, I might want to put in 650 to 750 to give a nice range. I can get a little bit more specific and add beds and bathrooms in there as well. I can filter out by structure. So I know that this subject property is a detached property. So I'm going to select detached. And then I can add ownership interest as well. I'm going to leave that blank for this example today. But once I've got my criteria in, I'm going to go ahead and hit run report. And it's going to format this because I didn't put any commas. So I'm going to select the address, hit run report again, and then it's going to open up in a new tab for me. All right. So this is going to give us a ton of good information, right? So once this populates, right over here on the left-hand side, I'm going to see my criteria. And right here, I'm going to see my current competitors that are active on the market, right? So I can see I've got 8 total competitors. 8 of them are on the market for less than 45 days. None of them have been on the market for 46 to 90 days or more than 91 days. So it gives me a snapshot of who I'm competing against. Now, as I come down, I'm going to see my comparative market activity. So I can see new listings, active with a contract, properties that went pending, closed or expired or withdrawn. And this will show me the last 4 weeks leading up into the current week, right? So I can see 4 weeks ago, in that first week of July almost, there was 1 new listing, 1 property went pending, and 2 closed. All right. Scrolling down, I can see my competitive summary, right? So I can see how many, on average, how many appointments there were before properties went on contract. On average, how many properties were saved as a favorite in the portal. On average, how many direct emails went out and auto emails went out. I can see my scheduling activity as well, right? So I can see appointments per listing, right? And this goes back for that 4-week period, right? I can see total listing appointments, right? And this is cool too, right? It shows you how many listing appointments of properties that were on the market for less than 45 days received, how many scheduling appointments properties that were on the market between 46 and 90 days received, and how many properties that were on the market for 91 days or more. This is great when you're talking about pricing as well, and make sure that you don't overprice a property, because the longer it sits, the longer it's gonna, the less views it's gonna get in appointments. Scrolling down, you'll see your total agent scheduling appointments, right? So we can see our active competitor showing competitors, right? So I can see each week how many agents were scheduling appointments. Listing appointments on average before contract, right? What folks were getting closing at to their original list price, right? So we can see here that folks were getting on average 2.6.4% above asking price, right? And pretty much everybody's getting a little bit more than what the property's been listed at. You also have your average days on the market, right? And then your average per listing. So you can see your full listing views, buyer favorites on average, buyer possibilities, and then discards. Right? And then you'll see your email activity, right? So we have a direct email versus the auto email, and you can see the kind of the data. Now it's not populating that data momentarily, so I do apologize that that's not available. But you'll be able to calculate that information and show the difference between those direct emails versus the auto emails. So great report. I love this one a lot. It really gives a good snapshot as to what is happening, as a comparison, or as your competitors are on the market. And it gives you an idea of what to expect. So take advantage of this if you haven't used it, and reach out to us if we can help in any other way. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this was informative, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care.